Hey folks, this is a kind of a real quick down and dirty how to get a, text editor connected to your Reclaim hosting. Okay, so text editors do take a lot of different forms. So the simplest text editor that's not really a very sophisticated one is Notepad. Okay, that comes built into Windows. Pretty easy to use. Macs have their own built-in editor, uh, and those are like word processing applications, but they're text editors. That's a really important distinction. So here's an interesting little article about using SFTP with Notepad++. Okay, he couldn't put the plus pluses in there because they don't work as part of the URL. But anyway, um, if you want to take a look at this article, this is a pretty good one. Um, and there's a million different articles about this, but he's talking specifically about Notepad++. So Notepad++ is an editor. I've already got it installed here. Um, you can see if I type Notepad, they both come up. This is what Notepad++ looks like. So what you want to do is you want to come up here into the plugins. And in the plugins admin, this lists all the available kind of research different plugins. So if you scroll down, and I don't know what some of these words mean, but it's not really important. What you're looking for is the NPP FTP. You can see it's not in my list because I've already installed it. So this is what it looks like. It's a plugin that allows FTP, FTPS, FTPES, SFTP communications. Very useful for web development, blah, 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 blah. So many text editors allow you to do this. Um, Usually not the free ones, though. Usually you got to pay for them. So let's just close this. I've already got this guy installed, and what I notice over here is this is where the plugins are located. Okay, and this happens to be the NPP FTP plugin, so it shows up already over here. So what you'll be faced with during setup is you want to alter the profile. So you need to add a new profile. I've already done that, but you'll add another one. I'll just say another one, another profile, just so you can kind of see the whole process here. I add the profile here, but now you need to add the information on the other side. So the name of your host is going to be craftwork, Kraftwerk, .reclaimhosting.com. And the connection type, generally we want to use SFTP. So let's just see if that works. My username for Reclaim is Matty Her with one R, not two R's. And you can choose to make it prompt you for a password every time, or you can include that password right off from the start, and it won't kind of beg you for it every time, which is fine. Okay, so if I close this, and now, so I'm over here, blah, 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 typing, 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 typing. If I come to this little blue connection and I click one time on that with my left mouse button, it gives me two options, because the first one that I had before you joined the video was Reclaim Matty Her. I created another profile here. Tells me that it's connecting, and you can also see down here at the bottom that it's giving me information about how this looks. So the cool thing about this is that this gives me direct access to the file system that I have on Reclaim. So if I want to get into where my websites are living, this is going to be in the public_HTML, and this is where I've got bunches of stuff. You could create a new folder if you wanted to. So let's say that I'm in Matty Her, and so you can download, you can upload, you can refresh, you can abort. Can I make a new file? I don't know. Let's just try it. Create a new directory. We'll call this destroy this now. Notice that I'm not using any spaces or anything like that. And if I come down here and I look in my directory, so I've got to destroy this now file. So I'm over here typing. Cool, eh? And then I decide, okay, I want to save this guy. So you can save this. So let's just see what it does. So save as allows you to just save this stuff into these files or folders. Okay, so let's just put this into the desktop for now. New one. And now, can I save this as, and I'm not sure how to do this. Close this, save as. Okay, so basically, so I've already saved this file here on my local computer. What I need to do though is I want to put this one somewhere else. So I've made my new folder over here, so I can upload the current upload the current file into this, and you can see it's giving me some information about that. And now that file is stored over here in the folder on my server, and it's also stored locally in this way. So let's close it on the local side of the house. And let's open this one. So what we'll do is we'll download the, well, should we download it? Yeah, sure, let's download it. All right, so here's our file. So we know that it's stuck. So if you look at the top here, you can see that this is the file that's out on Craftwork. This is my server. And if I save this here, new stuff has been added. And then I choose to save it at this point. So we'll just do a save. Is there a save option? Right click? No. Okay. File, save. And we're saving it to the server, but we're not saving it to the local file. So there's two different files at this point. So if I open up one of those previous ones, so here's the new one from Maddie Her, you can see it doesn't have all that stuff in it. If I double click on this one, it's just going to download it basically. Do you want to reload it? Yes. And this is the one that's on the server that's actually got the real stuff on it. So the cool thing about this is that it allows you to be able to work with files that are somewhere else, like directly on your computer. So I wouldn't normally do it the way we just did it. Normally what I would do is I would open up Notepad, I'd connect to my FTP server, and I would go over here, I would find the file that I'm looking for, and then I would double click that, which is going to download that over here. And again, you can see this down in the output. This is the console log. And you can get to the console right there. It's called the messages window. So that closes it and that opens it. So if I close this, it's going to close that file. If I open it, and then you can see that on the activity or on the output window here. That's pretty cool stuff. It can kind of make you a little bit crazy, but if you're working primarily from another location, this is a great way to work. It's very similar to Putty, and Putty is a tool that basically allows you to get access to your server. So here's my Maddie Her at craftwork.reclaimhosting.com, and I'm going to use SSH right there. Okay, and I'm just going to open, see what happens. And it's asking me for my password. And now I'm in. And I can execute all my Linux commands here. Who am I? And so this account is somewhat limited. It's yours, and you have access to most things, but in order to get sudo and things like that, you'll probably need to do some different business to be able to get to other sorts of things. But you can get into the root directory, things like that. So if I go home again, and if I look at privileges there, I've got access to everything that I need here. And if you look at this destroy now folder, so I can go in there, and there's my new one. So I'm just going to type rm star. Okay, it's all gone. If I go back out, I can type in rm dir destroy star, and that whole folder is gone. It doesn't look like it is here, but once I refresh it, so let's kill this and refresh, and then you'll hopefully be able to see that destroy this now goes away. Maybe. Connected to another profile. Okay, so let's just disconnect and then we'll reconnect. And in theory, that folder is going to be gone now. Hopefully. Okay, destroy this now is gone. So when you connect via SFTP or SSH via Putty, they're all connecting to the same places. This just gives you a very sophisticated way, although it's very, very old school, of working from a different location. Again, this is a secure, it's SFTP, so secure FTP is what you're looking for to work from Notepad++, and then to use Putty, you're looking for an SSH connection to your username at craftwork.reclaimhosting.com. So I'm going to leave it at that. That'll probably get you enough information to get into trouble, and let me know if you have questions.